Hey everybody, this is Scott. I normally would be bringing you a Saturday service today, and today I am not. It's been a very interesting week, I think, for all of us here in the United States, and I'm taking this time and a cue from my own book when it comes to retrogrades, as we are in that Mercury retrograde, I believe, to go within, to reassess, readdress, and recreate certain things. Most notably, you may have seen the logo for Star Stone Education, which is my company, has changed, which features me more prominently in the title. So I'm going to follow that path. I'm thinking about the shift, this Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pluto. I'm thinking about the energy of Capricorn and where it's been in my natal chart for quite some time. Second house, North Node, Moon kind of energy happening there for me. And I'm thinking about how that has moved into Aquarius, the sign of the rebel, and what that could mean for myself. I spent the day, I spent hours. Oh, look at the little squirrel above my head. Speaking of Aquarians, right? It's got that energy. I spent the day driving around looking for the right spot, someplace which would be secluded, to which I might find a little bit of quiet in a park somewhere, and that was not to be found. And I had a lot of frustration today. I think that frustration is from other things, but I will say this, how it manifested, and I just want to sort of drop this in as maybe like a mini Saturday service. We have paved over, gated up, put up no parking signs and fences, claimed ownership, and pushed everyone out of all of the public spaces without a parking fee or a no trespassing sign, or for customers only. Even the natural spaces are covered in fences, and all that we have left are city parks or camping permits for outdoor spaces. And this really stirred up a lot inside me, which I know is my Aquarian energy, because that energy of Aquarius for me is very much the rebel. And I really just wanted to buck and everything, because we don't have that. I'm not experiencing that here. I thought about all the places that I could possibly go today to record this. San Francisco, into Golden Gate Park. And I went to about 30 parks here in Solano County, and all of them were overrun with tents and soccer games, and there was no room for nature. There was no room for animal magic. There was no room for the tree without concrete or asphalt or something. Wow, that really, really, really hit a nerve for me. It really bugged me. And I was thinking about a lot of spaces. I was thinking about something in particular that a teacher that I know, not personally, but online, had been talking about, going out into nature and really being in the dark without your community and walking and feeling that energy that is truly, the living nature staring back at you in the night, and feeling that creep of that kind of energy as it looks at you and you realize you're not alone. It was Christopher Hughes in his last OBOD talk. Where is that? Where is the wild place for you? That's my question. Where is the wild place for you? Because if we have to pay a parking fee, and we have to cross a fence or a picket, or we have to contend with someone camping 7 feet from us playing loud music or being intoxicated, or we can't walk into nature without being touched by nature undiluted, what is left? What is left for our nature? So, no cards this week. Just a strong desire to fully disconnect and be apart and be separate and be reconnected to nature. In whatever way that's possible, that's what I wish. for myself, and that's what I offer as a message to you. What can you do to really enter that place where you're not going to be disrupted by a passerby, where you're not going to be disrupted by loud music or parties or cars? Where is it that you can go and put your feet into the ground, that your soles can touch the grass or the dirt or the rocks without the cacophony of all of the people and things? Can you find it? Where is that at for you? I know that it's possible to get to this place within ourselves if we have built a very robust inner temple, as we do in the Temple of Witchcraft, or we have another practice which allows for us to go within, that this is a place that we can touch that wild country inside ourselves, and I know how valuable that is. And if that's all that's available, then have it. But where can you seek in these times that place of solace that is you and nature alone? And how can you get there, and how quickly, right? The best way that's for you, how you determine that you need to do that, but how do you connect to that? How do you get there? I'm not going to run from my frustration. I'm actually going to sit with it. I'm actually going to open it up. I'm actually going to feel what's inside there and really touch that raw nerve that feels so needy to slink away like a cat and lick its wounds, to isolate like the hermit, to really want to expand without the attention of others. This space, that space that we can create, what is that for you? How do you get there? And I really want to just sort of drop that in. Like, what's the message in that? I'm working on creative stuff, and I don't know that I'll have a Saturday service next week. We'll see how I do as I disconnect and reconnect, as I reconnect and then recreate, and I start to put some things forward. You'll see it on the website because they'll have some different systems of things there that will look a lot different. There's already a new logo up there. You'll see it probably in the offerings as they gear up for Patreon this year, because that's going to be a very new and wild year, and we want to create spaces which are cloistered from that energy so that we have a place to withdraw to and connect and then operate from. Mercury retrograde has always been a time of creativity for me. And I've pulled out some of the best tricks in my hats in those times that I didn't even know that I had. So I just want to drop that in there. If you can get to that space, I'd love to know what that looks like for you. What is it that really allows for you to connect to nature? I take those as insights. There are ways for me to see how other people do it. I know what I need to do to get back into that back place, which I know is in Los Angeles, but I don't know here in Northern California, or yet I haven't found it where I could drive within 30, 40 minutes and walk out and not really encounter anybody else. Doesn't seem like a place that you would find in Los Angeles, but it's there. It's in the mountains. If we can get to the heart, if I can get to the heart of what's really irritating me, what's really opened up for me, and just sit within and understand what those feelings are that want me to rebel, that want me to tear down the fences and rip up the concrete. And if I can really understand that root, then I can see maybe what's going to start to sprout for me next. So I leave that as a tip for you. See, I had a Saturday service and I didn't even know it. Look for new things. For the remainder of the year, I'll be here. I'll come back and I will continue to post this to the Patreon, but I'm working on changes so that when January comes, and for whatever that may bring, I know what my alignment is. I know at least, at the very least, what my creative offering will be and what it is I can do to call you into some kind of work. I'd love for that to be in person. I'd love for that to continue online. Yeah, that's what I got this week. This is Scott Smith. I'm at starandstonellc.com or patreon.com/ScottKSmith. You can find me under those monikers on social media. Scott K. Smith and Star and Stone LLC. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be.